My name is Darren Johnson, and I'm here today to explain the Ionic ear investment opportunity.
How much money are you looking for?
I'm looking for $1 million for a 15% ownership stake in the technology.
Yeah.
What we have developed is a implantable Bluetooth technology. If you are one of the 40% of the users of Bluetooth technology that currently own it, you know that just the natural rhythm, walking many times, and perspiration, the technology will fall off your ear. If you answer the call too quickly, many times the Bluetooth device will become dislodged.
I'm sorry, where are you implanting this into another device? What are you implanting this
No,
into?
it's actually going into your ear.
In your ear, how? You're pushing it in?
If I could direct your attention.
Hold on. I had to stop earlier. But you could just see again, this is episode 1 back in 2009. And man, it was so unpolished. Them trying to figure out things. Obviously, I commented last time on how young these guys look, the Sharks I'm talking. But hey, typically these days, they at least let you get finished with your pitch before they start going to the details and dig into the business. 30 seconds in, Roberts is like, man, how much you want? So, hey, this is crazy stuff. I'm your host, in case you don't know, Dave, almost 10-year intellectual property attorney. And what I've kind of started to do, especially as the Shark Tank episodes start to come back on, until they come back out, I've been kind of going back into the archives, into season 1, season 2, season 3, and seeing, okay, are these companies even still around? And if so, okay, what are they doing now? Did they get sold? Did somebody buy them? Did somebody license the product? Did the inventors do something else? Are they kind of still operating the company? So that's one of the things that I'm trying to figure out, because as we know, business can be kind of up and down. And 15 years, you got to think, it's 2024. Now, this original episode aired in 2009. So in 15 years, a lot can happen. To the extent that you made it through, hey, look, you probably got a legit business if you made it 15 years at this point in time. But again, as we will find out, some of these companies are no longer around. And this is an interesting one for many reasons. But before we get off into why I think this is interesting, let's finish off the pitch. And seems like Damon John was floored that this thing is actually imprinted into a human.
Attention to the first slide. Here's the surgery locations. This is just underneath the earlobe.
The surgery location?
This is surgery. You would be under anesthesia.
God.
Look at it. I'm not sure if this guy is just kind of pulling their coattails, or if he's like serious about this. Like, yeah, this is the surgery location. I like the whole Bluetooth era. This was back when the Bluetooth was really in your ear, and like you said, man, you turn on that Bluetooth, and hey, it's liable to fall out and things like that. Now between the AirPods and headphones, and you got the Bluetooth in your car, and I don't think Bluetooth is much of an issue now, as at least this gentleman thought it was back then. But that's interesting that he thought the solution was to actually implant in your ear to keep it from falling out. To me, that's a little extreme. But again, it seems like this guy, I'm not sure if he's like serious, like, hey, I'm seriously looking to do this, or if it's like, okay, for its and giggles. But let's find out. And then I want to compare it to another device that I think is interesting. I think you guys have get a kick out of it. Let's go.
You guys are so close-minded. Please let him finish.
Okay.
Thank you. At the base of the device is a battery. Within its center are Bluetooth electronics, and at its tip, a microphone, a speaker, and an AC charging port.
Stop right there. Back to surgery 101.
Okay. Sure.
Darren, we're gonna operate on people.
Yes, we are.
We're gonna stick something in near their brain. We
No,
may
no,
not puncture their ear. You know what? I can sum up where I stand on this already. It's pretty disturbing, and it freaks me out. I'm already out.
How do I charge it every day?
Right.
So we have the AC charging port.
So you stick that needle in your head every night to charge it?
Yes, you would.
Okay, you don't think.
Whoa,
wait.
hang on. Are you seriously? Like seriously, a needle?
It's like a small Q-tip cylinder that would dock.
What happens if you
charging.
miss, Darren?
Well, so that you can't miss.
No, you can't miss.
Sure,
Really?
there's going to be safety features built into it.
Darren, I need to be clear on this before I write you off as a nut job, which I'm trying not to do.
Okay,
Because,
I appreciate that.
but I have to understand, a team of doctors implanted in your neck below your ear,
Sure.
and then you stick something in your ear in the evening, something what commensurate with something that's the size of a Q-tip or smaller,
Something
to
that's
charge
the
it
size
every
of a
night.
Q-tip, a cylinder that delivers AC charge at a very trickle low.
Darren, I'm
voltage
out.
level.
How do I do an upgrade? I go back and get another
Well,
operation?
you would have to go in and receive an additional operation.
Do you see a problem with that?
Sure,
Crazy.
there certainly
Darren,
is
I have a
issues.
problem with that. I am out. This is the weirdest damn thing I ever heard.
The first time that you heard of breast implants, what did you think?
I love it.
Right. Okay. But as a woman, would it be
breast?
something that you would
Bluetooth
immediately want to do?
Bluetooth breast.
Or would it take market acceptance and a lot of testing and a lot of medical trials
Okay,
before
all right.
people accepted the
Have
idea?
you told anybody else except us in the room
Oh,
about this?
Yes,
4
I have.
million people
And you're
watched it.
still walking around free, I see.
Sure.
Don't call me, I'll call you. I'm out.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Darren, here's insanity. Here's genius. You're somewhere. Nevertheless, I'm out.
We all are on that scale from genius
you.
to insanity. So needless to say, this guy didn't get a deal, but this was back in 2009. And as we all know, or unless you've been living under a rock, in today's time, we have this thing called Neuralink. You may have heard of this gentleman called Elon Musk, one of the richest guys in the world. And they actually just did their first human trial where they implanted. Actually, I think he can describe it better than I would ever be. So let's go to this. Elon Musk explain what Neuralink is, and then I want you guys to be the decision making on whether or not the iconic, what it was, the iconic ear was, or the Ionic ear was similar to a Neuralink. Let's go.
We put a chip in your brain to control your mind. Yeah.
Hold on. Now, hey, look it. Now, again, they actually did this. 2024, maybe this was done actually in 2023, and this interview maybe was in 2024, but Elon Musk, in this explanation of what Neuralink is, we put a chip in your brain. Hold on, let me go. I want to make sure I'm getting this right, because based on what, let's see here.
Okay. Yes. We put a chip in your brain to control your mind. Yeah. Okay.
They put a chip in your brain to control your mind. Now, the one guy, he would just put in a chip that was underneath your earlobe. Elon Musk has actually put a chip in a human's brain to control their mind. Look here, as a patent attorney, it's a lot of things that I come across. And one of the big things, and it's interesting that we're talking about this because we all know Tesla, the electric vehicle car company, and we all know that, you know, the current owner of Tesla is Elon Musk, and that's what really kind of, I don't want to say what really made Elon Musk, because he has done a ton of things that has kind of put him on a map. However, Tesla, for all of those of you who don't know, he was an actual person. Nikola Tesla, which kind of ran with who's the genius from back in the day who created DC, Thomas Edison. And this was early 1900s when they were both kind of going back and forth and doing great things. And Tesla, we all know, he was ahead of his time, to say the least. I, as a patent attorney in 2024, in my previous years, going back 4 or 5 years, come across patents that I'm prosecuting before the USPTO. The examiner at the USPTO, he has cited Nikola Tesla's patents against stuff that is trying to get patented today. Let me say that again. And when an examiner picks up your patent application, he's going to examine it. And then he's going to cite a reference to say, hey, your invention is not new because of, or is obvious because of this reference or this patent application or this publication that already exists. And in today's time, examiners they cite Nikola Tesla's patents from early 1900s against, again, almost 100 years ago, against what people are doing today. So I think we all can say Nikola Tesla was ahead of his time. So what am I saying with all this? The gentleman who was looking to implant a chip, now albeit it was Bluetooth, it wasn't as cool as what I guess that was a thing. He was shooting too low. Elon Musk, he's implanting things in your brain to control your mind. This guy was just trying to allow you to talk. Maybe he should have shot bigger. But nonetheless, and this was just 15 years ago. So because the guy had just been ahead of his time as it relates to implanting something within your head to kind of facilitate life. Clearly, the Sharks thought this guy was most likely insane. But as you just saw, I was going to say Tesla, as you just saw Elon Musk, they actually did this thing. They actually implanted, they have a company called Neuralink where they're implanting chips in people's brains to control their minds. The guy doesn't seem that crazy now based on what Elon Musk and the team over there at Neuralink is doing. So let me know what you guys think. Was this guy ahead of his time, or do you think he was still crazy? I think he may have been ahead of his time. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to find anything on this gentleman. So needless to say, it doesn't look like Ionic ear kind of did anything. Hopefully this guy caught up with Elon Musk and Neuralink, and hopefully is working for the Neuralink team, because he was ahead of his time as it relates to implants within the head of a human to help out life, facilitate life, daily functions, things like that. In his case, it was only Bluetooth. Maybe he should have shot bigger. We're just trying to control the brain as Elon Musk did with Neuralink. And maybe he would have, I don't think he would have got a deal, but he would have been looked at as more of a genius now. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. This is crazy stuff. I'm gonna continue to try to bring you guys these type of where are they now videos and kind of see if they are a hero or a zero. Unfortunately, in this case, I'm not going to call him a zero. We'll just leave it that he was ahead of his time. But let me know if you disagree with me. Leave your comments in the comment section and subscribe to the video. Please like the video or subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you enjoy this type of content. I'm looking to bring more of this Where Are They Now content to you guys, at least until the new season of Shark Tank roll around. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.